Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a follow-up for a video that I just recently, a tag video that I just recently did earlier this week. I had some troubles. I was experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with recording, editing, and trying to post that video. And finally got a complete package finished, edited, and posted, only to realize that I missed one of the questions in that tag video. And that was the get to know my taste tag. I was tagged by Renee over at Beyond Books. So I thought that this would be a good time for me to try and just do, since I had so much problems with that video the first time, to just go ahead and answer that question separately in another video and then just link the videos together. And while I was figuring out, how to present it, just come out here and talk or what I wanted to do, I thought that it would be a good idea to use this particular question to launch my new video series called Hear Me Out. This is where we do the more routinely done discussion topics. And so, yeah, why not, right? So we'll start our first Hear Me Out this week. Please bear with me as I work through how to edit it and do my intro and so forth. I'm still in the process of trying to figure all that out. But the question that I missed was question number 10. It's kind of funny because when I posted that to it and I got a chance to talk to Renee, it seems like Renee missed number 10 as well. So this is going to be a real quick video. Thank you guys for coming back and watching my content. So here we go. The question was, of course, it was a get to know me, get to know my taste tag. The question was number 10. What's a strong opinion you have about a book released within the last year? Whether if it's overrated, underrated, or just a take that you need to share. And I'll be honest with you, it's kind of funny because I don't normally read new releases. So if it's released within the year or within a year, I probably have not read it or don't normally intend to read it. If I come across a newly released title, then it's purely coincidentally and just based off the way that I pick my next reading experience. If you watch that video, and I'll link it to this one, but if you watch that video, you'll see that I normally find my books, my titles, through libraries, through free libraries, through used bookstores, through book swaps, and so forth. And it's just a basic matter of just perusing the shelves. And when something stands out to me, whether the title of the book or maybe a small recommendation, then I'll end up coming across that book. And then, of course, I run down a little bit of a list of, how the book feels, what it looks like, what's the cover like. Do I read the blurb? Maybe yes. What's the blurb say? And then that helps me determine the book that I read. So I very seldom come across a new release. But here's the main reason why. It's a preference because I do have an opinion about new releases. And that's just that they're mostly usually overrated, right? They're hyped up. And the reason why that is mainly because the promotional hype that comes with trying to draw attention to the book once it's been released. And for example, I just recently finished reading in the Dark with by Seamus, Deane, and even though the writing is excellent, the it was promoted as this really, really, really elaborate read. The intimacy of a memoir. These are the blurs that are on the book, right? The suspense of a detective story, a novel suffused with magical loneliness, right? Luminous, gripping. It possesses the compassion of and wit of Angela's Ashes combined with the acting regret of an Irish ballad, right? A New York Times notable book, winner of the Guardian Fiction Prize, winner of the Irish Times Fiction Award, and the International Award Booker Prize finalist, right? It's been advertised as abundant, dark, funny, heartrending, affirming, life affirming. And I read it and I didn't experience any of that. So if I had picked this book up at the time of its short release, of its recently being released, that the hype, the publicity of it, once I go to punch it into Goodreads, I would see the reviews and also, reading this hype and knowing other folks have sought after this book and not knowing of an actual review would have really, really, really made the book worse for me. I ended up giving this book, right around a 3 or right below a 3. And it was mainly the stars that were given to this book were basically based off of the merits of the book itself. And that's the writing, the experience, and of course some of the scenes I was able to envision. And so the only reason why it got the rating that it got with me was because of the fact of the reading experience that I had, which would have been greatly, demonstrably affected if I had gotten this book within its newly being released. So anyway, when you're thinking about it, how does that affect your reading? I mean, am I the only person that doesn't really like the hype or the promotional attitude towards newly released books? I noticed that a lot of my booktube neighbors love new releases. They look forward to them. They know when they're anticipating the books prior to them being released. And that's usually because they may have some knowledge of the author and a previous experience from one of the previous books. I bounce from author to author. I never know who I'm going to get. I don't have a preferred author. I don't have a favorite writer. And so, I'm very seldom waiting for somebody to release a new book when there are so many books to read that aren't on the new released list. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick discussion topic. Let me know what you think about new releases in the comments, and we will catch up with you next time. Until then, y'all keep reading.